The cavernous expanse of the ghostly dragon cave trembled with anticipation, as if the very earth knew that a battle beyond mortal comprehension was about to unfold. Even the stoic Mo Jingshin could feel a tremor in his heart, a human standing before him with a strength that defied reason. He tested the man's hand, gripping it with the fierce might of the sea race, and found it unyielding, as solid as tempered metal. Dragon claws, instruments of destruction that could tear through the flesh of beasts, failed to mar even a scratch. Such resilience was terrifying, yet at the same time, impossibly human. You are just a human, Mo Jingshin muttered to himself, a shadow of doubt flickering across his expression. Do you truly dare engage in close combat with the sea race? With me, a ruler? For the human race, mastery of martial arts lay in technique and precision, in the manipulation of origin power, and the refinement of skill. But in close quarters, all those advantages diminished against the body cultivators, whose flesh had been forged by dragon's blood and honed to near perfection. One strike from such a body could obliterate the strongest mortal defenses in an instant. Mo Jingshin's clawed hands surged forward, swift as lightning, and merciless as a falling mountain. Within the span of a heartbeat, he would shatter bones, snap sinews, and crush a human to pulp. Yet, in that narrow space, Ling Han's presence radiated a calm yet inexorable power. As the dragon claw descended, he extended his right hand with an elegance that belied the deadly precision, seizing Mo Jingshin's claw as if it were mere bamboo. The instant connection of their strength sent a shiver of disbelief down the sea race ruler's spine. Initially, I had some appreciation for your abilities, Ling Han said, his voice light, yet each word carried the weight of inevitability. You could have been of some use in times of calamity, but you seek death, so I shall honor your wish. Ha! Mo Jingshin's eyes blazed with contempt. I admit underestimating you, but to think a human could kill me? Dream on. In a blur of motion, he unleashed a flying kick, the force of which split the air with a resounding roar. Legs collided, peng, 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 in a rhythmic thunder of impact. Each kick struck with brutal precision, amplified by the unrelenting grip of their hands. Mo Jingshin's body, a living alloy of level 9 precious metal, clashed against Ling Han's equally formidable physique. With every strike, the sound of bones groaning and sinews twisting filled the cave, each blow leaving legs mangled, yet neither willing to yield. They fought as if each breath was their last, the peril of Dantian strikes lurking beneath each blow. A single misstep would spell crippling disaster. Mo Jingshin's mind raced, a flicker of regret crossing his features. The spirit tools and decrees he carried, treasures meant to annihilate opponents, were useless. His arms were locked, his advantage rendered null. To have brought his full might only to find himself at a stalemate with a human was a bitter irony. Yet Ling Han's laughter cut through the tension, serene and unshakable. You regret it? Ling Han asked, a subtle smirk playing on his lips. Ha! And you think your position is better than mine? Mo Jingshin spat, unwilling to betray any weakness. Yes, and far better. With a graceful flourish, Ling Han circulated the indestructible heaven scroll. The mangled sinews of his thighs mended instantly, the power within restoring what had been broken. Shock painted Mo Jingshin's face, disbelief warring with rage. How could a human possess such resilience? Could he truly be mortal, or was he some monstrous anomaly? Ling Han's next strike came as swift as thought, a flying kick that tore through the air. Mo Jingshin grunted in pain, the psychological weight of witnessing Ling Han's rapid recovery adding to the physical toll. Each successive kick from Ling Han hammered him relentlessly. Peng, 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 until his body was battered, blood trickling from the corner of his mouth, the lower abdomen concave from repeated impacts. He struggled to rise, drawing forth a rolled, shattering void tier decree, its surface emanating a chilling aura. You are strong, but so what? Mo Jingshin roared. The decree unfurled, radiating power so formidable that the surrounding ground buckled, and even Mo Yuanming and his companions were forced to their knees, their skins splitting under the pressure. It was the appearance of a shattering void tier elite, the embodiment of destruction itself. Ling Han's smile remained unshaken. With a graceful wave, 108 daggers materialized and arranged themselves into the Ice Dragon Ground Blast formation. From the formation, an ice dragon surged skyward, a beast of frost and wrath, its roar shattering the silence of the cavern. Go! Ling Han commanded, his finger pointing with the authority of inevitability. The dragon lunged, carrying a killing intent that even the shattering Void Tier decree could not withstand. A burly figure, the one unleashed by the decree, met the ice dragon head-on. Peng, peng, peng. The collision of forces shattered the surrounding rock, the sheer power of the shattering void elite crumbling before the dragon's assault. The group of five, including Mo Jiangxin, watched in disbelief. Their ultimate trump card, the decree, was being obliterated in a single, unstoppable surge. Ling Han knew the limitations of decrees. Even those of the shattering void tier were constrained by their creator and materials. The ice dragon's roar tore through the cavern, shattering the decree with finality. No! Mo Jiangxin screamed, only to be mercilessly seized and crushed by the dragon's frozen claws. His life ended in a single, inexorable moment. Ling Han's focus shifted, and in a blink, he pursued the remaining adversaries. The Flea King vanished into the distance at impossible speed, retreating to avoid the fate that had claimed Mo Jiangxin. Ling Han, unconcerned with the four, including Mo Yuanming, leapt into the shadows of the cavern, disappearing like a phantom, leaving only silence and the lingering roar of the ice dragon behind. In the ghostly dragon cave, the echoes of battle faded, but the legend of that confrontation, of a human who defied the body of a true dragon and shattered the might of the shattering void tier, would remain etched forever in the annals of martial supremacy. The wind whispered through the jagged peaks surrounding the Black Tower, carrying with it the faint scent of ancient power and untamed bloodlines. Ling Han's steps were swift, yet measured, as he made his way to the meeting place long agreed upon with Hu Niu. There, upon a jagged stone outcrop, the little girl waited, her tiny legs swinging impatiently, her pout etched with the boredom of one unused to waiting. As soon as her eyes fell on Ling Han, a dramatic groan escaped her lips. Ling Han, you are far too slow. Niu has waited endlessly for you. Ling Han's lips curved into a sheepish smile, the corners of his eyes crinkling with warmth. Forgive me, Niu. You've done me an immense favor today, and I am truly grateful. At these words, Hu Niu's small frame radiated delight, her hands clapping together with infectious enthusiasm. Niu is the best! Niu is truly the best! Ling Han ruffled her hair gently, marveling at the uniqueness and spirited courage of this little girl, whose presence seemed to draw light and strength into the air itself. Together, Ling Han and Hu Niu stepped into the shadowed interior of the Black Tower, its walls whispering the secrets of countless ages. Ling Han summoned Heilian Xunshui, who appeared cradling the wriggling Ling Jianshui. The child's tiny fists and feet flailed, eager and unrestrained, as if drawn by some invisible pull toward the immense aura of the true dragon bloodstone looming before them. Ling Han's eyes widened in awe. Could it be that even this young one senses the power of the true dragon bloodstone? With deliberate calm, he instructed, Xunshui, release him. Let us see what unfolds. Heilian Xunshui set her son gently upon the floor, and immediately the child's small limbs propelled him forward with astonishing speed and strength. Despite not yet reaching the age of 1, his body moved with a precision and vigor that betrayed a deep, innate power. Step by step, he scaled the vast surface of the bloodstone until he rested atop its summit, his small frame lying face down as if claiming dominion over the ancient relic, much like the Flea King once had. A faint luminescence glimmered along his skin, draconic patterns flickering with ethereal light. Dragon's might radiated outward, subtle yet undeniable, growing stronger with each heartbeat. The true dragon's blood seeped into him, forging strength and vitality that seemed inexhaustible. For the descendants of the true dragon, this blood was more than treasure. It was life itself, an irreplaceable essence of power. Ling Han approached the bloodstone, placing his hand upon its surface. The 9 dragons' tyrant body art stirred within him, automatically drawing forth the bloodstone's essence. Strength surged into his limbs, his muscles hardening, his physique enhanced, though he restrained the full release of this newfound power. To accelerate too swiftly would be dangerous. One must possess not only strength, but the mental clarity to command it. Ling Han's gaze swept across the glowing child, imagining the heights this little one might reach, perhaps flower blossom tier, perhaps even the beginnings of a spiritual infant tier. The potential was staggering. Small tower, Ling Han inquired, voice calm yet carrying weight. Will there be any complications as this child absorbs the true dragon's blood? From the depths of the Black Tower, a presence emerged, calm yet dripping with pride. His physique is exceptional, far surpassing your own. You would do well to leave this world soon, that your son may inherit the Black Tower and surpass you entirely. Ling Han's lips twitched in restrained irritation. Such a haughty tower, even while offering praise, could not refrain from belittlement. Still, it was a comfort to know that his son's path was clear. He stepped back, allowing the child to lie upon the stone, absorbing its essence, the air around him alive with the hum of awakening might. The trio, Ling Han, Helion Shun Shui, and Hu Niu, emerged from the Black Tower, carrying the most precious of treasures, the true dragon's tooth. Compared to it, all other artifacts, even the formidable true dragon bloodstone, seemed mere trinkets. But no sooner had they taken a breath of open air than a roar shattered the silence, reverberating across the terrain with the force of a tempest. The Flea King had returned, discovering its coveted bloodstone gone. Its fury surged like a tidal wave, shaking the very air into rolling undulations. "Let us move," Ling Han commanded, understanding the peril. To confront a 15-eyed Corpse King-level foe directly would be suicidal. With measured urgency, they traversed over 100 miles, the Flea King's bellows still rippling through the heavens, yet no longer inflicting harm. Even its sonic assault could have shattered the bones of a Heaven-tier elite. Ling Han's survival owed to careful strategy and timing. After several more 100 miles, the beast's voice faded, leaving only silence and the scent of scorched earth. No longer distracted by minor treasures, Ling Han focused solely on the true dragon's tooth. The fourth floor loomed ahead, enigmatic and treacherous, its secrets unknown. 2 days of cautious travel brought them to a portal, unassuming yet bridging worlds. Beyond it, an ocean of flames roared and shimmered, a realm both beautiful and deadly. But waiting amidst the flames were Shushu Ran and his cadre of 4, their presence a cold sneer incarnate, barring the way forward. Ling Han's lips curved with calm mockery. "I apologize for making all of you wait so long." The small sword emperor's voice cut like steel. "It matters not. Your apology will be repaid with your life." Ling Han's gaze hardened, his eyes cold as winter night. "Then I must apologize further, for my life is precious, and I have no intention of yielding it." Though his strength may have trailed theirs, his body's regenerative prowess ensured he would endure where others might falter. Strategy dictated his next move. The true dragon's tooth first, the adversaries afterward. The air crackled as Shushu Ran raised the absolute saber. The son of lightning brandished the mountain and river axe, both weapons resonating with awakened power, radiating a dominion that seemed to press upon the heavens themselves. Ling Han swiftly pulled Helion Shun Shui and Hu Niu back into the protective shadow of the Black Tower, a spatial divine tool their foes already understood, granting him tactical advantage. The small sword emperor and Donglinger readied their blades, intent to block Ling Han's path. Donglinger's blood surged, manifesting wings of light and shadow, a phoenix tail weaving brilliance behind her, a living embodiment of fire and majesty. Together, the 4 formed a nearly impregnable barricade, the absolute saber, the mountain and river axe, and their combined might a challenge even for shattering void-tier warriors. Ling Han drew forth the Revere life sword, its blade humming with restrained lethality, a smile of quiet confidence on his lips. "Then I shall show you the way forward," he said, eyes alight with resolve and the promise of battles yet to unfold.